What is up with it? Today we are back and we are going to be going over all of the booster box online treasure cup topping deck lists. I did play in this tournament. I played green purple Luffy. I got top 64, so I cashed a Laboon. Let's go. I didn't play as well as I would have liked, but putting in a lot of work this week and hopefully will perform better for this online coming up this week. I also wrote a guide that is free for all of my $10 supporters on Metafy, or you can just purchase the guide for $10. If you would like a GP guide from me, check out the link in the description. But anyways, let's get into this. So when we look at this chart, one thing immediately sticks out. That's a lot of GP Luffy. I will say it's kind of hard to extract too much from this. We don't really know what the play rate was. So, you know, if 90% of the room played GP Luffy and only, you know, whatever this is, 40% of Top Cut made GP, then obviously that's bad. But if only 20% was playing GP and then this is what it was, obviously that's incredible. So it's kind of hard to know, did GP underperform, overperform, really what it was. But what I can say is I'm certain that both Blackbeard and Shanks drastically underperformed. For sure, those decks were on the play rate pie chart, and they are not on this pie chart. I'm not exactly sure why that is. Teach doesn't have like a great GP matchup, so I'm not that surprised about that. I also think a lot of people who were playing Teach before are probably playing green purple Luffy now. And then Shanks, bad deck, I guess. I don't know. Shanks is a deck that I truly believe players don't have that much agency when they play it. Obviously, there's some. Obviously, there's skill expression. But Shanks feels like a deck that, you know, chooses what player is going to top with it sometimes. And I think maybe this time it just chose nobody. Interesting to see that like every other deck that topped other than GP was just like basically one besides an extra purple Luffy. So we're going to go ahead and look at these. So we got the first place GP list running a couple choppers and a couple Frankies. Not really standard right now, I would say. We got about 10 2Ks, 2-0 costs, 3 Lunas, a couple Luffy Taros, a couple green Zoros. Definitely the most notable things in this deck list, I would say, is these two cards and no Robins. So bit of a different take than I have tried much. I don't know about this Chopper card, man. That's what I'll say about that. But he's a champion, so let's go. Shoutouts to Straw Hats are cool. Next, we have a Zoro. This new card is exceptional. I'm trying to click on it, but it won't let me, so unlucky. But 3 Mulgun makes sense. They were already kind of playing this, but they should for sure be playing it now. I like this build a lot. I would run a 4th Kureha. I've always been a big fan of like running more animals, like not running the kitten killers, not running like dragons or like extra cards that make it so that your good chopper misses more often. And yeah, we have 4 new ones here. We're running the 2K duck. These are cards that, you know, a lot of people don't run because, first of all, this one was just printed and not everyone runs this one because it does kind of suck, but like a hit is a hit is a hit is what I always say. So I like this deck list a lot, actually. And then now we got the 3rd place list. Oh, running 4 of the, I don't think I've seen this list yet. Running 4 of the green Sanji. This is really interesting. It's for sure the 3rd best 2K, but it's not purple, which is tough. But maybe it's worth it despite that. A couple Robins, a couple Frankies. Only 3 search event is bonkers to me, but that's neither here nor there. So Frankie really performing this first weekend, it looks like. Gonna go ahead and do a Reiju in 4th place. We got 1 Cosette. No Judge. Oh, wow. We have a couple Gum Gum Lightnings. I'm wondering, is there plan to like use this in conjunction with Ichiji to remove Sanji and Pudding? Because I haven't really seen Reiju's play this before. I'm kind of interested in knowing what the idea behind this is. Also, a couple Red Rocks you don't really see that often either. Pretty interesting list, actually. Running one of the Searcher events. Huh. If anyone knows this person, or if you're the person who made this and you're watching this, I'd love some insight. Next, we have a Bonnie in 5th place. Running the Pedro. I've seen this card being played a lot on ladder recently. Seems like a good card to me. I almost wonder like why it hasn't seen too much play before, because this card just seems good to me, man. I don't know. A couple of Rouge, few Hawkins. This card hit me with the craziest jump scare the other day. My opponent left up Dawn and I thought he was just like tweaking. And then he hit me with this and I was like, oh, yeah. So this is a real card apparently. Only 2 Kid is really interesting. 3 Hody Jones. I guess the idea behind cutting down on Kid is like, everyone's going to try and play around it anyways. Everyone's going to prep for it. Gamma Knife, whatever. So maybe don't try to lean into it too much. I could see it. Another GP list. We got a couple Vanilla Usops. A few Choppers. Okay, pretty interesting. Oh, even a couple Brooks. Oh my god, it's just, there's just no way people are cutting down on this, man. I have a feeling that this is very much going to be another Perona Sengoku Buggy situation where people are like cutting down on those cards, and every time I look at the list I just feel pain. But it is what it is. Congratulations on their top 8 finish. They got top 8, I didn't, so maybe they know something I don't. Now we have, playing the 3-cost Zoro. So we're actually seeing a lot of different tech cards. Got a couple Gamma Knives for the first time, I think. It seems like 3 Luffy is the predominantly favored number right now. I don't think we've seen any 4 yet. Also running only 8 2Ks and 1 9-cost. Ooh, seems maybe a little greedy to me. Personally, but it worked, right? Here we got what, 9 2Ks, 2 0 costs, 1 Gamma Knife, only 3 events, 2 Robin, 4 Frankie. Frankie really performing this weekend. I wish I could have some data on just deck lists that played Frankie versus deck lists that didn't. I think I just looked at this one, right? Yeah, okay. So that is top 8, and then for our first bubble, we actually have a Kid. Oh man, to take a deck that no one is expecting, like Kid, and bubble out is always a little sad. I don't really know anything about how Kid deck lists are supposed to look. So I don't know how much insight I can give here. Anything stick out to me? Only 3 Ace and 1 Kata. Maybe that's a little interesting. I feel like I haven't seen very much Kata in this before. Maybe this is an adaptation to deal with Sanji and Pudding that's boosted. Not sure. Vegapunk. I'm hyped on Vegapunk. I think this deck is cool. Only 3 Frankie, interesting. Okay, a couple Kids, a couple Planets, and a couple Sanjis, and a Snake. Interesting. I kind of low-key like this card. It's really low-key, in a lot of matchups, it's low-key beige. It's a beige that you can stack. I low-key like this card as a one-of. It's not a scientist, unfortunately. But really cutting down on the consistency cards. I don't know how down for that I am. I mean, I know for like GP Luffy, I'm like very clearly expressing that I hate that idea. It's a little different with this deck because I don't think you're like as all in on like I need to find a card like in green purple Luffy's example, like you need to find Sanji and Pudding. Like you have cards that are obviously better than other cards, namely like Shaka, Lilith, Vegapunk, Nami. Like those are your 4 stars, and everyone else is just kind of there as like backup dancers. But you know, that's 4 cards rather than GP where like you really need one specifically. And like this one helps you get to like these 2. And like this one helps you get to all 3. So I'm cool with it. Interesting. I feel like I haven't really seen anyone run both of these, but I think that's because the common theories that you have to max out on both of these. So kind of interesting. Also, I still need someone to explain to me, by the way, what this is for exactly. Is this just like for Shanks and like Blackbeard and stuff? Like what is it for exactly? Okay, Lucci, not a bubble. So this is our first 7-2. So only 2 people bubbled. RIP these 2 people. Oh, Kobe, let's go. I'm all in already. Few Bards, a few one-legged soldiers. So we're not running Spandine, I'm assuming. Ooh, 1 Sengoku, couple Tenzons. Oh, this list is kind of fire. Yo, I'm kind of in. They know what's up with the Forzon. Only 1 Sabo, 3 Mancherry. Low-key, I'm kind of down. I kind of like this list a lot, actually. I think this list is kind of fire. I'm trying to think if there's anything I would even change about it. Like, it does kind of suck giving up Spandine. But, like, giving up Spandine allows you to run, like, 2Ks that are, like, way better. And it also frees up some slots so you can run something like Sengoku and Kobe. So I'm kind of down. Low-key, the list is kind of fire. Okay, we got the Luffy TCG at 12th. Playing a 1 of Zorojuro. I know Luffy is a creative deck builder, so we'll see if there's anything else. 2 Gamma Knife 3. Luffy, please. Please. I don't understand how everyone is bumping this to 3. Bump it to 4, please. This deck cares about 1 card. Please maximize your chances of finding it. Please. Honestly, honest to goodness, this is my message for all the GP players. If you complain about not finding Sanji Pudding in a game, and you only play 3 search events or less, you don't play 4 of all the max consistency cards, you deserve it, and you're not allowed to complain. Ratio. Nami, I don't know anything about how Nami deck lists are supposed to look. Cavendish is an interesting adaptation. Could probably never run something like this in Dofi format, but in GP format, they can't remove it. So plus, we got a purple Luffy. Anything interesting? Oh, they've started playing 1 of the Robin. Interesting. I wonder why they started running 1 of this Robin. I mean, I think the card is really good. Don't get me wrong. Also, I feel like something's missing. I feel like you weren't allowed to run 3 and 4 of these. Like, the space was tight before. I mean, there's maybe less Sanjis. Oh, no 5-drop Kid. That's what it is. I was like, how are we finding space for all of these cards? It's because we cut 5-drop Kid. Probably don't need 5-drop Kid in a world without Doflamingo. I could see it. I thought there was a Doflamingo in here. Was there not? Was I tripping when I looked at the pie chart? I thought there was. My bad. I'm a stan. All right, our second purple Luffy, running 2 of the Chopper, 2 Queens, interesting. Ooh, a Blast Breath, a Gamma Knife. This list is a little cuter, I think. I don't know if it's better, but it's slightly more interesting. A couple more tech cards. And then 16th place. I don't even know what the top 16 prize card is. Is it the pudding? It should be the pudding, I think. Okay, 3 Robin. Okay, so Frankie really performing. Also 4 Luffy. Wow, people love 3 search event. This is insane. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, because apparently everyone who queued up with 3 search event fucking got top 16. So I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.